dear viewers. For the past 9 months, I have been uploading short video sessions on business statistics. My main objective is to bring out the essentials, core ideas and messages from the topic business statistics for young managers and students. I wish they apply these techniques and analyze data. These are all set of powerful tools for taking effective decisions. In Capsule 1, we learnt measure of central tendency, measure of dispersion, frequency distribution, cumulative frequency distribution, Ogives, Percentiles, Skew-ness and Kurtosis. Measure of central tendency is data's tendency towards a central value, and that is what is measure of central tendency. Same way, another important characteristics exhibited by the data is a measure of dispersion. That means it's a dispersion of the data around the central value. We also saw about how the data is distributed, whether it is uniform or whether it is concentrated on the left hand side or right hand side, and that is indicated by the skewness, and also how flat or how steep the data is under the bell curve. Most widely used parameters in business environment is mean and standard deviation. Weighted average is about attaching weightage to certain data points depending on the characteristic of the data. So that helps us in taking appropriate decision in business life. Moving average is about the data, how it is behaving as it moves over a period of time. This concept of moving average helps us in time series, how the data has moved over a period of time, and they become the backbone in terms of developing indices and index numbers. In Capsule 2, we covered about probability and probability distribution. In every walk of life, we come across probability. In fact, most of the business activities that we come across are probabilistic in nature. So we understood independent event, dependent events and how they are related. And by applying Bayes' theorem over a period of time, when you acquire additional information, how you can improve the probability assessment. And they will be helpful in taking decisions. Decision trees are very useful in expressing the activities and their connectivities in a logical manner, and you can picturize much more easily, and based on the probability of various events and activities occurring in the branches, you will be in a position to optimize, or you will be in a position to look for that branch which gives the best solution. The most widely seen probability distribution is normal distribution, because most of the data follows this. Normal distribution with 1 sigma limits has a concentration of 65% of the data. With 2 sigma limits, it has got 94% of the data, and with 3 sigma limits with 99% of data. That means practically with 3 sigma limits, almost all the points fall under the bell curve, and that's a very useful information which you can use it in business environment. Poisson distribution is a discrete distribution, and they are for rare events. While normal distribution and Poisson distributions are applicable to independent data, exponential distribution is normally on a dependent data, especially with respect to time. A classical example for exponential distribution is the learning curve. You acquire familiarity, or you reach your maximum output level over a period of time once you acquire the experience, and that is what is measured in exponential distribution. Another important aspect of exponential distribution is that you will be able to understand, when you measure the growth with respect to time, how fast it is growing or how slow it is growing, or whether the data is plateauing after some time. So these are all the characteristics of typical exponential distribution. In 4th capsule, we covered correlation and regression. Correlation is about relationship between two variables. Regression tells about how they are related, whether the dependent variable grows as fast as the independent variable, or it grows at a slower rate. These are all the indications you get in regression, and that is assessed by the regression coefficients. We saw with the help of method of least square connecting a bivariate data, a linear regression we were able to establish. But in real life situation, we often come across more than one independent variables resulting into a dependent variable, and that is what we talk about multivariate data. And we also learnt about multiple correlation and multiple regression. More importantly, partial correlation, when there are several independent variables are related to one dependent variable, holding one or two independent variables at a particular level, we are able to measure how the dependent variable varies with respect to independent variable. Finally, before I conclude, I would like to inform you all these sessions are very nicely connected. You will find in every session either a connection to the previous session or to the next session, and depending on the need, one can go to the previous session or the next session. Besides, I have also provided capsule wise a playlist so that you can chronologically go from every session to the next session and understand the whole capsule in entirety. I am sure these sessions will be helpful for young managers for taking decisions, and I would be happy if all are benefited going through these sessions. Please do subscribe, and if you like it, please pass on to others so that they are also benefited. If you have any doubts or clarification, please do get in touch with the mail ID I have given in every session, and I will clarify all your doubt if there are any. I look forward all of you are benefited. Thank you very much.